IsReal News. These are the morning headlines for Tuesday, May 19th. A reported diplomatic breakthrough involving China, Russia, and the war in Ukraine. According to a Financial Times report, Chinese President Xi Jinping told President Donald Trump that Russian President Vladimir Putin could one day regret his decision to invade Ukraine. The reported comment is considered highly unusual for Xi, who rarely speaks publicly about Putin in personal terms. The report says Trump, in turn, urged China and Russia to cooperate with the United States against the International Criminal Court in The Hague, arguing the three powers share common interests on the issue. In Lebanon, a new public opinion poll is drawing attention across the region. The survey shows broad support among many Lebanese communities for dismantling Hezbollah's weapons and opening direct negotiations with Israel. More than half of respondents reportedly support disarming Hezbollah, while significant majorities among Christians and Druze back direct talks with Israel. At the same time, sharp divisions remain. Support for normalization with Israel remains limited overall, and opposition is especially strong among Lebanon's Shiite population. In Israel, former leaders of the Police Internal Investigations Department are warning against proposed legislation that would remove the unit from the state prosecution system and place it under the Justice Minister. In a letter to lawmakers, the former officials warn the move could seriously disrupt law enforcement operations and damage the integrity of the system. A new report presented to the United Nations Security Council says Hamas continues to reject verified disarmament, despite 7 months of ceasefire arrangements in Gaza. The report, prepared by a multinational body known as the Peace Council, describes major increases in humanitarian aid and reconstruction pledges, but warns that daily violations continue and threaten the fragile truce. The report says mediators from Egypt, Qatar, Turkey, and the United States are continuing efforts to preserve the ceasefire, while warning that violations by any side could undermine everything achieved so far. Meanwhile, controversy surrounding a senior United Nations official is intensifying. UN envoy Francesca Albanese is facing backlash after publishing comments suggesting Germany uses support for Israel to cope with its Nazi past. Albanese also criticized Germany's treatment of anti-Zionist Jews and described Israel in previous remarks as what she called the common enemy of humanity. And in California, authorities are investigating a deadly shooting at an Islamic center in San Diego as a possible hate crime. 3 people were killed, including a security guard. 2 teenage suspects were later found dead outside the center. The FBI is assisting in the investigation. Police say the mother of one of the suspects contacted authorities hours before the shooting, reporting that her son had left home with multiple firearms. No children were injured at the Islamic school operating inside the center at the time of the attack. Those are the latest headlines from IsReal News.